my Discord is bugging out. Okay, flat keys. What do you mean, YouTube? I'm so glad
Thank you for complete.
So this well, I thought it was tomorrow, but it was today, apparently. Test one, let's try these ones first. I'm probably gonna pull for Wanderer. Well, I don't have enough, but still.
Motion to compel. Teamwork is dream. Ring cutter. Power that endeth wrath of the flame. Incinerate. Motion to compel. Everybody stand. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. Eyes on me. Time for your arraignment. Incinerate.
That's done.
One with my blade.
Judgment. Teamwork is dreamwork.
From whence you came.
Eat this. Shiver.
Spirit blade.
Nice and spicy. Judgment. Let's light it up.
Oh, this is taking a minute.
I'm going in.
Swift. Forth with my blade.
You're toast. Lights out.
That was easy. Let's do these test ones and then get onto KAEYA's hangout. I'm honestly glad that he's going to hang out. Yeah. I'm sorry, Super, you missed your stream. There's literally was no one talking in the chat, it was just boring.
Leave it all to Bubba. Get them. We'll see about that. Have fun with this.
Oh, probably should bring me away.
As a dutiful maid would. Dare to mess with me? should. Steady as stone. Out of the frying pan.
Confess!
Truth repeats its course.
Oh, that was easy. Honestly, 3.8 has been for all those KAEYA mains out there. That's me included. I'll use her first.
No, my sword. Yeah.
This moment will be frozen.
Witness the power of the wild. Shiver. Covenant of the deep.
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Rain outlines your fate. Lights out. Torrents, bring refuge. Rest and rebuild.
Another easy one. How many hours do you have in Genshin? I have no idea. You can't check. But I'll say probably a little more than like I don't even know. I've been playing for about since last December, so probably more than 100 days, maybe.
Dare to mess with me, my guiding stars.
Squall and Fury.
Teamwork is true. Have fun with this gift. Don't be scared.
Cry louder. Behold.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting to wonder.
Search for it. Search for it.
We'll end up building trash again like we always do.
Everybody stand by. Truth repeats its course. Stars shine.
Wretched vermin.
Oh, that was easy. Don't knock at me now with Fortnite. I don't even play Fortnite. Okay, I think that's it. Probably not even going to try and pull. I'm probably going to lose my 50-50. Is he in okay, KAEYA's in some mode now. What am I doing? Yep, he is in some mode. Great. Travel all the way down to the floor. Or the bottom.
What's the hurry?
Okay, I may have probably
Hey, little birdie. Don't feel down. Come and perch on my shoulder. Don't be shy. I'll show you around town. Really? No wonder they never pay attention to me. Forget it. I probably shouldn't be anthropomorphizing them anyway.
You're talking
Haven't
to a
seen you in
bird.
some time.
Check.
To which one of the Animo Archons wins do I owe the honor?
Oh my! That is a lot of hours.
Oh, is this your way of saying that you missed me? Since it wasn't meant to be with this little birdie, I'd better leave it alone. Let's take a walk, shall we? If you're wondering why I'm here, Jean's been worrying about trade
KAEYA,
safety
walk
recently.
through KAEYA.
I discovered this when I unwittingly burst into her office to save the day. Another job involving long-distance travel falls to me. I suppose it's my own fault for having such a strong sense of duty.
It's like one has this. Clone!
Still, on the bright side, business is now taken care of. And I have unused travel funds, so I was planning to...
Clone.
Gundafar, we are in the middle of a war. Your place is at the front lines by my son's side. Pray tell, what provokes your unwarranted return to the palace?
A matter of utmost importance, Your Majesty.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun.
You know Mikey, yeah? What's wrong? What about him?
Actually, yes. I saw some guards do a musical performance when I was traveling with their caravan in Sumeru. They were desert dwellers. So are these actors. And I think I actually recognize one of them. Come on, let's go watch.
He played. You mean Genshin?
That's enough work for today.
Wait, where'd you go? Kai, stop running off.
Your Majesty, not only has God bestowed the throne upon you, but your beloved son, Prince
I
Frasiav's
wanna hear
brazen
this
ambition,
talking.
my king. His Highness the Prince.
Ah, it's the tale of Prince Kubad. Ever heard this one? Don't worry, I still remember the general plot. Let me fill you in on the background while the king deliberates. The main characters are the brilliant Prince Kubad and his war-hungry father, King Kabus. The one talking to the king right now is Gundafar, the prince's tutor. When the prince was young, the king was deceived by a malicious rumor that the prince had mistreated his stepmother. He demanded that the prince walk through a blazing fire to prove his innocence. Miraculously, the prince emerged unscathed, thus proving his innocence. But the seeds of doubt had already been sown in the king's mind. Now uneasy in the presence of his mistrustful father, the prince requested to be sent away to the battlefield where he would fight against Frasiav's army. That's the enemy general we heard them mention just now. This is the part where the prince has won the war and decided to forge a peace with the rival nation.
Yes, she is.
He wrote a letter recommending
Everyone
peace to
finds
his
her
father.
annoying. I don't. Am I doing
Looks
what
like the king's made up his mind. Let's keep watching.
Frasiav lost. Once
I
the
don't wanna
bells of
listen
war
to
have
you.
been... If Kubad still...
Your Majesty, if, however, my king,
Cease, Gundafar.
How will
As
this
for my
speech
son
just-
Kubad, I will
what are you saying? When he
I
was
skipped the rest
falsely
of the Hangout
accused, you
events
once doubted his
talking.
honor and made him walk through. Now you would turn me away? What?
The justification is that my word, not yours, is the law of the land. Cease and be gone, Gundafar, so you may spend the rest of your days with your wife.
What has become of the king that I served with my life? Fanaticism has robbed him of all reason and wit.
Brilliant acting, Darbil.
I saw you approaching us in the middle of the scene. I was worried that my performance would be subpar and you'd think I was just making a fool of myself.
Not at all. Far from it. Actually, let me introduce you. This is Darbil, the actor for King Kabus. When we first got to know each other, he was still a guard for one of the merchant caravans. Seems like he's now made the switch to full-time acting.
Nice to meet you. Any friend of KAEYA's is a friend of mine. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't making all that much as a mercenary. It felt right to me to get away from the danger and live a more stable life. I was already pretty good at telling stories, so I just recruited a few friends and started performing shows all over the country. Full disclosure, we had to put this little stage together using whatever wood and cloth we could borrow. Anyway, we're all good enough at acting to get through the motions, but so I got a student from the academia to adapt an old...
I could tell that you've had someone tighten up the lines. They turned out very nicely.
Ah, that's good. Well, as you can see, even now, we still don't...
Sure, why not? I don't have anything pressing lined up. And I don't think the Traveler does either. Tickets for two, please. How much would that be?
There's no need for tickets. You could just get some food from Jafar Tavern. We've worked out an arrangement with them. We've actually found a sponsor for this performance, too. I doubt we'll be able to keep him for the next performance. A real pity.
Darbil Asgar still hasn't shown up for the next scene.
My apologies. I have to get ready for the upcoming scene. I'll see you from the stage.
Okay, where do we go? Oh, over here.
Would you two like to order some food? What can I get you? If you're looking for...
Bear with us a moment. We're just going to take a look at the menu. I was at Port Ormos discussing some business opportunities, and some crook was trying to pull a fast one on me. Darbil took pity on me and politely asked him to make himself scarce. He's a good guy. A decent storyteller, too. Quite an interesting
did you
character.
almost get robbed?
There's a lot of fun to be had if you hang around interesting people doing interesting things. Especially if you're in the company of an interesting friend. That's my secret formula for staying in a good mood. Try it out sometime. You'll see what I mean. Thanks for waiting. We're ready to order now. We'll take you up on that tandoori roast chicken. And let's throw in some desserts, too. One each of the rose custard, that talumba, and the patisara pudding, please. That should see us through the show.
Okay, now we go back.
We've got good seats, close to the stage, but also not too crowded. We can watch the show as we eat. If I remember correctly, the next scene should focus on the prince. But I won't spoil it for you. You have to experience it for yourself. I don't tend to judge a story's worth by my personal affinity for it. But if you want to know my opinion, I'd say it's a fine tale, with a classical flavor that makes it a story for the ages.
Mine is
History always repeats itself.
malfunctioned.
When you keep this in mind and watch out for the echoes of past events in the present, things that appear unfathomable at first glance
I thought that
become
said
much easier to comprehend.
I'm not even gonna.
Here you are. The check's on the table, too. Just call me over when you're ready to settle up.
No
That's
need.
it.
I'll pay up front. Here. Keep the change.
Thank you, sir. Oh,
Call it a token of my gratitude for the excellent service.
Oh, KAEYA, be
The food
generous.
all smells wonderful, too. So please pass my compliments to the chef.
thank you so much, sir.
Let's dig in, traveler.
Hey, KAEYA. I'm so sorry. We can't do the rest of the show without him, so... I'm really, really sorry, but we'll have to...
Ooh, that would be fun. I wouldn't say no. Darbil, would you lose any income if I were to mess this up?
Not really. I mean, there's not much of an audience here anyway.
Don't worry about that. I like to be spontaneous now and then. Spice things up a little.
Let me think. Well, you already know the story, so you just need to memorize a few lines. Ah, wait, but Kubot has a specific costume he's supposed to wear, and there's no way you'd fit into it. Switching actors is one thing, but wearing street clothes on stage would really...
Well, good thing that I've actually got a costume with me.
You're kidding.
Sure.
Oops, let me see.
If you can
Oh,
show me the way
is
to
he-
your changing room.
It's in the restaurant.
Is it from the event? Is he wearing the thing from the event? Yeah, he is. He's wearing the costume from the event.
Gotta say, I think I actually look pretty dapper in this. It's a... Uh-oh. Not a fan of me as a prince? I'll have to act my heart out so you'll be too
coin.
dazzled to make any
What's
digs.
wrong with the coin?
KAEYA, here's your script for the next scene.
Only one way to find out.
What's wrong with the coin?
Okay, I think we've covered all your lines and movements.
All right.
Great. Then let's get...
Well, I want to listen to the story, but it's KAEYA. So, it was lagging.
General Kubot, son of
Hold on.
Kabus, the fate of this battle is clear.
Oh, yeah, now I see what you mean. Streamers. Yeah, I know. That's just.
I beg
Genshin.
you, Please spare my few remaining men. They no longer have the strength to fight back.
Frosyav, though you now lead only the husk of a once mighty army, I have no desire to crush your dignity. Even your most savage warriors have no desire to see further bloodshed, and none among your ranks have opposed these peace talks. Nevertheless, I must hear it from you one final time. General Frosyav, do you agree to sign a treaty in good faith and commit from this day forth to peace between our nations?
With my army in ruins, I am in no position to do otherwise. But on this, I give you my word. Yes, let us end our hostilities and send our surviving men home to their families.
We share the desire to lay down our arms for good and liberate our hearts from the dirge of hatred. Then as God above is our witness,
don't know
by the authority vested in me by this intaglio of King Caboose, I hereby declare that I will spare your hostages
KAEYA.
and what remains of your army. May peace be restored to this land, and may these fields of war become a place where crops grow aplenty. My tutor, Gundafar, has already made haste to my father, the king, with the recommendation of a truce. It is my sincere hope that he will see that peace as a path to prosperity and grant me his blessing.
Prince Kubad, your name is renowned.
One will
skip.
find on a
I'll
battlefield
skip
no master
everyone's
of
lines, it's
ceremonies,
not kind.
nor the paper on which a treaty may be signed. In their absence, let us raise our weapons and swear an oath. I, Kubad, son of Caboose, hereby pledge protection to you and all of your kin. May the oceans be stained red with my blood if I am ever to renounce this oath.
Wow, your friend is so dreamy. He's on a real— Hey, Rishana, you don't want to miss this. The good-looking guy who left that huge tip is—
I return, Your Highness. I hope I'm not too late.
Nay, I am not so rash as to
What?
preempt my father's blessing. I
Is
promised
that a
only
word?
what I could so far.
Is he
The
trying to
safety
say
of his
no?
kin.
My child, I must share with you the gravest news. Caboose has become blinded by fanaticism and hatred, and
How can this be? You mean to say that my father has rejected our proposal for peace?
he has indeed. I urged him to reconsider, but far stricter punishment. Please heed my warnings.
Nay, the truce must stand. I cannot renounce my oath.
Is that an
How
actual
can
word?
man claim to
What?
stand above beast without remaining true to his word?
All I can think of is a
The
horse.
masses
I'm
have
sorry.
grown weary of death and conflict
When
in
you
both
said
our
that, all I
nation
can
and
think of is
theirs.
a horse.
Are we all now to bend to his will and massacre countless more to satisfy a desire that is his alone? When I departed my beloved home to fight in a foreign land, I did so to honor his wishes and for my duty to our people. Alas, is this fate's grand design? Is this fate's grand design?
KAEYA, the next line is, alas, is...
Must it be so?
Huh? Wait, that's not part of the script.
My dear audience, I ask you this. Do you believe in fate?
Okay, I messed up.
If fate
Oh, dear.
decreed that your life
I
was
knew
to
someone
end in
was gonna
tragedy,
happen.
what would you do?
What is that?
Oh? Then so must it be. Yes, so must it be. I shall discard this intaglio and rid myself of the shackles of fate.
Wait, but that's not... my dear prince.
Fate means to send the machinations of war
Well,
to every
they don't
corner
like
of the
what he's
land,
doing.
to fan the flames of conflict till they engulf
that's
the
not one.
entire world. Fate would see my sword tainted with the blood of innocents.
Nope. I messed
That
up on
the
the
bright
title.
banner of my homeland might fly
There we go.
in every nation known to mankind. But
Messed
I
up
shall
on the
not
title.
bow to the will of fate.
Wait, hold
I am
on.
no pawn in heaven's plan.
Bravo! Where did this guy come from? Is he one of the new hires?
Shut up. Stop interrupting.
There we go.
I, Kubad, will spend the rest of my days in a foreign land, till I breathe my last in a place far from
Your
home.
brain right now. Same.
At least he brought it back in the end.
Prince Kubad,
Gundafar, my dear mentor. You have always been like a father to me. It brings me only anguish to bid you farewell. But I must walk this path, or freedom dies by my hand. Goodbye, my tribe and kin. Farewell, sweet land of my birth.
Goodbye, my child.
Goodbye.
Ooh,
Kaya
it's
talking
Prince
to
Kubad.
Kaya.
Could I please get your autograph?
Why, certainly, ma'am.
Ooh, thank you.
Feeling
gonna
more
say
like
you
a
want
fan
rock.
now?
No.
Acting is quite fun. If there ever came a day when I left the Knights of Favonius, I think I might go into acting full-time.
Darbil, could you introduce me to this young
Why are you talking to yourself?
My apologies, Master Tus. I somehow missed you in the crowd earlier.
I was some distance away. The performance was the improvised.
Skip.
Thank you, sir.
Gaia, was it?
Thank you for the invite, sir. But I'm afraid I've reached the end of my time at Sumeru. I'm sure that my friends and family in Mondstadt must be missing me terribly.
Well then, my door is always open. Darbil, we can...
Thank you so much. Seriously, Kaya. Thank you. You know, you should...
Darbil, Asgar is back. He lost track of time playing Genius Invocation.
Genius Invocation?
Sure,
no.
there's no rush.
TCG, please tell me that's not involved.
Okay, I think they're all gone. Let's slip away now while we can.
Kaya being sneaky, would it off. Where did he go? Kaya, where did you go? Oh, he's over there. Kaya's just being sneaky. We just... He's taking a costume with him. He's stealing the costume.
Alright, this should be far enough. Don't think they'll find me here. People were starting to expect a lot of things that I didn't sign up for. Besides, the missing actor is back now. Darbil shouldn't be needing me to stand in again. I don't mind socializing, but
Speed
compared to
Buddha's
chatting
getting
over food and drink, I much prefer just going wild on the stage. What about you? Did you enjoy the
I don't
show?
understand what that... Well, I'm just going along with it. I don't understand what you meant, Super.
Oh? I was expecting a lengthier critique, but you've thrown the question right back at me. Sneaky.
Says the one who ran off.
All right,
Sneaky.
I'll rise to your challenge. Let me think. All the world's a stage, and all the people merely players. Does that answer your question? Perhaps there's an inept god out there deciding everyone's fates? Much like the academia student drafting Darbil's scripts. Yeah, inept is a good word for it. Honestly, it might even be a little too civil to describe a god who turns fathers against their sons and is bent on endless warmongering, don't you think? Anyway, that's
sorry,
exactly
I don't know
why
why
actors need to
that's
wake
the
up and
word
realize
pen.
they don't have to follow the script. There's nothing to stop them from following their gut and making it up as they go along. Oh, my dear traveler, please don't take me too literally. I
Wow.
don't want you to get the wrong idea.
He's bullying me.
The god is just a figure of speech.
I mean,
The
he's
real point I'm
bullying
making is
himself,
about the
doesn't
actors. Everyone, you and I included, is both an actor and a member of the audience. If you don't like the script, just walk off the stage and join the audience. You always have a choice. A little too obtuse? Well, don't dwell on it. It's nothing worth losing sleep over. I was just thinking aloud. Relax. Be yourself. Do your thing. That's all I'm really trying to say. When I did my little bit of audience interaction back there, you had no time to prepare. You had to just say what you
Why
thought in the
Kaya
moment.
sounds so
I
sarcastic
think those
in this?
spontaneous thoughts are often the most authentic.
No.
And that's why I liked your answer. You're
Which
still
was
holding
in
on to the intaglio I threw you from the stage, right? Keep it. Think of it as a souvenir from my improvised performance.
I mean,
It's been the most fascinating
he
day,
probably,
hasn't
his
it,
whole
little birdie?
personality is... Where'd the bird go? The bird dipped. Oh, that's one. Aww. Aww. Let's get back.
Gundafar, we're in the middle of a war. Your place is at the front line.
A matter of utmost importance, Your Majesty.
Huh. Outdoor theater.
Wait, why
Looks
did
fun.
you be you in the... Huh? What are you talking about?
Ah, yes. Here's what I was thinking about the unused funds. Given that the acting Grand Master saw fit to allocate these funds to my trip in the first place, I think
I
it's
don't
my
know why you remember
responsibility to
that.
make sure that every last mora is put to good use. In other words, what do you say we find a way to spend the remaining budget? Perhaps a fancy meal at a nice restaurant? Or a river cruise that takes in the sights of Sumeru City? Hey, no need to put it like that.
I'm probably gonna lose
Let's
a
keep
heart.
walking.
I
We
don't
can
understand
consider
any
it
of
some more
this.
on the road. The rules of the Knights of Favonius state that any and all expenditures during a business trip are counted as travel
wearing his
expenses.
normal
That's
outfit
more than
again.
enough justification to live a
Why is
life.
he walking so slow?
Of course,
Walking faster.
with me being here on my own, it was looking like a wasted
Walking
opportunity.
so fast.
But now that I've run into you, why don't we make this a joint trip?
It's still... Clovian. Except now I've got the outfit.
You're always so busy. It's high time you gave yourself a proper break.
Why does he sound
Even the
sarcastic
sharpest
though?
blade loses its edge if
No,
it's always in
stop.
use.
Why sarcastic?
Regular maintenance is essential for reliable performance. And anyway, life is short, so we should make the most of the time we have. Right now is the perfect time to relax and enjoy ourselves. And who knows how many other chances we'll get. So come on, what do you say? Great. Music to my ears. I'll cover the travel costs, of course. There's nothing more enjoyable than the company of a good friend.
Two
Call this a
guys.
nice little excursion to round off my
Yes.
long business
I
trip.
thought we lived for around
Now,
80 years.
Let me think where we should go. I've seen a lot of Sumeru already, so let's go for someplace new.
Yeah, we do.
How about Liyue? I'd be heading past there on my way back to Mondstadt anyway, so it's not out of the way. Well, lucky me. I'll hold you to that. Liyue's Ministry of
80
Civil
years is
Affairs
short.
frequently corresponds with the Knights of
You just
Favonius.
covered the Sumeru.
So the
Why do you want
address
to go
on their
back to
letterhead is
Leroy?
one of the few places I'm familiar with. I don't have much luggage, so it won't take me long to pack. Give me a moment, and then we'll head there together.
You just came into Leroy, now you want... Sumeru. Now you have to go all the way to Leroy. Wow. So what's the point of going to Sumeru?
I've heard that there's lots to see and do in Liyue, but I'm sure you're more familiar with the place than I am, so I'll leave the itinerary to you. Excellent. Well, hopefully I'll get to know some of these friends for myself.
What colour is a carrot?
It's such a satisfying
carrot is,
feeling to just
yellow.
drop everything, go on a long trip, and see something new. Who knows who we might cross paths with? We might even end up going on an impromptu adventure. Just like how
Wow,
I
you're
met
not
you
part
in
of this
Port
hangout,
Onis.
go away.
And now we're here. Come on, let's see what's up ahead.
Wait, huh? Oh.
Do you know this shop? It looks pretty nice from the outside. Shall we take a look?
There we go.
Welcome to Mingxing Jewelry. We are a long-established...
Skip.
Let me see. Ah, some nice jewelry you've got here. Maybe I can grab something with a local flavor as a souvenir. What do you think, traveler? See anything that suits my style? I trust your judgment.
What does KAEYA mean? I have no idea what names mean. They're just names to me.
Ah, you're interested in souvenirs. If you're struggling to decide, you might want to consider getting some jade. You can't go wrong with a nice jade pendant. They're an elegant addition to your look, whatever your age or gender. If you're looking for a specific design, we can make it to your specifications. It does take some time to fulfill an order, however.
That's a pity. I'm just visiting, and I won't be in town for very long.
Let's give up all the
So
characters.
as much as it pains me to do so, I'm afraid I'll have to leave this beautiful bijou behind.
No worries at all, sir. If you're looking for something off the shelf, why not go and see Mr. Shurto at the Jade Mystery? He also deals in jade and precious stones.
Ah, you the jade betting. That doesn't make sense. I'm trying processing what you the jade. What? That doesn't make sense. You the jade. Stones, I like stones.
Exactly. But on that, there's no risk in... It's only human nature to spend a little. The Ministry of Civil Affairs takes everyone's economic...
I think that's sound advice wherever you go into
I
that.
like to skip everyone's
We
dialogue.
appreciate it, boss.
I don't like listening to NPCs. Can't be bothered to walk, I'll just teleport. There we go.
What's the hurry?
Welcome! Looking for uncut stones or...
Uncut stones. Ah, yes, we were just briefed on that. Let's take a look at the pre-cut jade.
I believe I detect a quiet but distinct tone of apprehension in your words. Feel free to peruse at your leisure. Sure, you can bet my terms are clear and transparent.
Sounds perfectly reasonable. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much the vendor
Very
is charging.
suspicious. This guy.
If the customer decides
You're
to
not
hand
part of
over
this
their
hangout,
money,
no way.
they're taking the bait of their own free will.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, betting on jade is what... I'll leave you to browse at your own pace.
Amber-colored jade would probably make for a good souvenir. Why not? This is a quirky little place.
Did he really just say
Somehow,
quirky?
I'm inclined to entertain him for a bit.
Did you really just say that? Oh my gosh.
Well, if you're not interested, then I guess we'll pass.
Yeah, I know. That's why I skip him.
Ahoy there, Captain!
What, a poor sailor like me? You must be...
Hey! Keep your voice down.
I mean,
Aren't
you
we
want the
all
full
NPCs?
list?
Yes.
Captain KAEYA! What?
Oh, just taking a short trip with my friend. It's been a while.
Yes, it's...
Oh! I had a voice crack.
Anywhere you'd recommend I visit while I'm here?
Let me think.
I was trying to say
London restaurant's always a pretty good bet. Chef Mao's
I had
daughter
a
is a
voice
skilled
crack.
chef, and their prices are very reasonable. My wife can't get enough of their boiled fish. And, speaking of my...
Your wife? Ah, yes. How is she doing these days? Keeping well?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
All right. See you.
There's drama between them. Oh dear. KAEYA, what did you do?
I finally remembered who that was. Captain Wu. He runs a transport business between
I was
Mondstadt
actually about to
and
say
Liyue.
Captain Who.
I see. So you
Oh
went through that
my
whole
gosh.
conversation with no idea who you were talking to. Well, that explains the generic pleasantries, and Old Wu's usually quite the chatterbox, so it's very unusual for him to just take off mid-conversation. How exactly do you two know?
An educated guess. Yes, you could put it like that. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. The captain was making a delivery to Mondstadt when his ship sprang a leak.
Oh dear.
He overexerted himself fixing it and keeping the cargo dry, and ended up passing out from exhaustion. I took him to Mondstadt to recover.
Well, his eldest was once playing on that big rock over there when he took a tumble and injured himself.
Well, thank you,
I helped to patch the
character
kid
that
up, and the
often
next day,
talks
Old
and
Wu was here to buy a couple of
sorry.
uncut stones. I'm just surprised he was...
Well, stubborn, I can believe.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Someone had drilled a
What do you
gaping
mean?
hole in his ship, and the water was coming in fast. How he managed to make it all the way to Mondstadt, not to mention with his cargo intact, I have no idea.
Someone drilled a hole in his ship? His line of work isn't he? Competition is Anyway, I digress. We merchants protect our goods like our own lives, so who knows?
I am an upstanding member of the Knights
You're
of
using
Favonius
KAEYA right
after
now?
all.
Yeah, I know.
Just look me in the eyes. Don't you find
I
me
don't understand what
trustworthy?
you mean though.
Since you asked about recommendations earlier, you're here from Mondstadt, yes? Might you suggest the tea house is
I'm
somewhere to
sorry.
rest your
What was
legs?
that accent then?
If memory serves, they're just about to retell the tale of Bravebeard the Valiant from the top. Why not pay them a visit?
The way he said Mondstadt.
Sounds interesting
Please
enough.
do not say it like that again.
Let's check it out.
That really annoyed me.
So this is the HANGOUT tea house.
We meet again, Captain KAEYA. What a coincidence. Twice in one day. Oh, that did.
Wu, weren't you just at—
Shh, just leave it be, Aunt Jong. I take it that you two aren't from
something's
around these parts.
happening between them.
I'm a caravan
There's
guard
drama.
by trade, and meeting—
Oh, seems like the tea house is the place to be in Liyue. Feels like I'm back in the angel share. Did you manage to get something for your daughter just now, Captain Wu?
You talking about
thank
Captain
you.
Wu?
If it weren't for you, Captain KAEYA, she might not have.
I'm so lost, Wu.
Your wife's originally from Mondstadt, isn't she?
The latter. Oh, this is so humiliating.
Oh, that sounds
I mean, he's still here.
Yes, he did.
He's got all his limbs
Thankfully, he
still.
heard
What?
my wife crying for help, and my wife was injured and quite shaken.
So...
Huh? What did you jump at?
No, that's not...
Skipping the dialogue.
They threw me into the water and, stripped me of all my clothes.
They did what?
What?
Did they have a weird fetish or something? Stripping a sailor naked and throwing him into the water. It's not like you were going to drown.
This is,
Then what?
awkward.
I take it you swam to shore?
The treasure hoarders always move in groups, and fighting back when you're outnumbered isn't usually an option. It's no surprise that they quickly overpowered Captain Wu. I'm just glad that everyone made it out all right at the end.
Captain KAEYA, please, there's no... Yet, despite that, I somehow only ended up humiliating... They tossed me into the water to humiliate me, and to use it as leverage to get my wife to pay up.
Alright.
But they didn't know that
See you in a
I
bit.
could swim.
Super.
What I'd intended was to pretend to drown, then sneak back onto shore while they weren't looking. That was before Captain KAEYA appeared out of nowhere and saved the day. So then I figured I'd get out of the water, but God knows what they did with my clothes. I couldn't find them anywhere. By the time I gave up looking for them, you were most of the way to the winery, so I had to run after you
This
with
guy
nary a
is
thing on
embarrassing.
myself.
Outrageous.
So,
I made it to the winery, but the maids noticed me first, and they called the Lord of the Manor out to give me the beating the treasure hoarders never got around to. After my wife recovered consciousness, she had to have a long talk with the...
ugh, good luck living that
I'm
one
literally
down.
laughing right now as well.
Trust me, I know. My wife never
He's
lets me
embarrassing.
forget.
I'm sorry, Captain. I wasn't intending to share that story.
It's fine. It's my own fault for
Hi,
thinking
being
I could sweep
sneaky.
it under the carpet and forget about it. I don't know if I can... Still, it won't stop me from trying. In fact, they do serve some food here, too.
Oh, poor Wu.
I can't. That was my reaction as well.
I'm so sorry. It's just...
I wonder how...
He really didn't have to share all the details of that story. But since he didn't seem to mind, I wasn't about to stop him. I did actually forget at first, but once he brought up his daughter, the memory of his naked escapades came flooding back. D-Luke thought some pervert was harassing the maids. He charged straight out the door, great sword in hand, and raring to go. I haven't seen him so angry in a long time.
Family friendly, KAEYA. Calm down.
So many people owe me favors
Second-hand
nowadays.
embarrassment.
It's hard to keep track of them all.
Yes.
I really should go check my favors ledger once I'm back and refresh my memory.
I would rather say use whoever you want to use, like whoever you like using. I don't really know. What is this storyline? This is a family-friendly channel. Don't dig up the P word. KAEYA. What is this story? But yeah, characters. To be fair, right now, I don't know if you're in Europe or not, but right now the banners for KOKOMI and Wonder have just come out, so apparently KOKOMI is supposed to be a good healer, I don't have her, and Wanderer, well, Wanderer can obviously fly, so I'd probably suggest put a Wanderer if you want, but you don't have to. But I'm just using whoever I like with whatever. I'm sorry, I don't have good team ideas either. My team's random, so.
Hey, you didn't think I was being serious, did you? Do I really strike you as the kind of person to keep track of favors in a notebook? I just helped the guy out on a couple of occasions because I happened to be in the right place at the right time.
I'm back with fruit. Please.
Thank you.
Oh, don't mention it. It's just a few fruits, nothing extravagant. Once my new pharmaceutical business takes off and I have more to spare, I'll get you a proper thank you gift and send it to the Knights of Favonius.
Pharmaceutical business.
Shipping's impossible. I'm going to become a part. It's especially I've suffered from it. It's a good cause.
That's impressive, Wu.
Oh no, not he gave me a few.
Dr. Baiju.
Yeah, I told him he said that he should.
I remember we did buy.
Captain Wu, where did you meet this old master?
I'll hate him.
Just out on the
street.
When
he first came out.
I know that sounds dubious.
He was literally my friend.
This is an educated and respectable gentleman we're talking about. There's no faking that.
5-star I ever got.
Hold on a second. I just remembered something. He spent a lot of Mora on it, but this Baifudzu you met, did he by any chance have a goatee and salt and pepper hair?
He did.
If I may, Captain Wu.
You're right, Captain KAEYA. A quick trip to Boo Boo Pharmacy and I can get Dr. Baiju to clear all of this up. I'm sure it's all...
Don't worry, you will when you get to
hopefully it's all fine.
But I'll suggest
he left in a hurry.
Spending all your
he must be stressed out of his mind right now.
Not the standard one. Unless you have standard wishes, which spend them.
Hey, let him deal with this, okay?
No
point in you stressing yourself out too. Fraud or not, it's up to Captain Wu to figure out exactly who he's gotten himself involved with. I'm no Dark Knight hero, or a martial arts hero for that matter, and neither are you. Wait, or are you? Now that I think about it, I can see you having a secret double life as a martial arts hero here in Liyue. You certainly have the personality for it. Either way, Liyue has its own rules and regulations. Best to let the Ministry of Civil Affairs deal with this in a proper manner. If a couple of outlanders like us get involved, we might just end up muddying the waters, even with the best of intentions. We came here to enjoy ourselves, remember? We don't want to get our priorities mixed up. Oh, and look at that. The storyteller's taking the stage.
It is said that the sky yet fateful to...
please. Skip. Thank you. This is the day, you know,
is that all?
Pulled recently.
Oh, I was hoping to hear the rest of the story. It was all right.
Same.
I suppose the hero always has to sacrifice himself to save others, and it does make for some good storytelling. But it leaves you wondering how he really feels about the whole thing. Did he ever have second thoughts? Only he can know, I suppose.
Oh, I see the show is over. Yeah, I saw Dr. Baiju. Looks like it was a scam after all.
Then what are you waiting for? Don't just stand there. You need to report this to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Hold on. Let's not lose our cool. Get your story straight first, so you can give them a clear and detailed account of events in the order that they occurred. And one more thing. Do you still have a way to contact this guy?
Well, I'd arranged to meet him at the Yunshang Tea House once I've withdrawn the next sum of Mora, so I suppose he'll still be waiting on that.
Okay, so you've got another meeting lined up.
I've got no one to blame but myself for this. I can't believe I was so gullible. I guess the world isn't made for night. Young man, you're a good person. And I'm telling the consequences are...
It's obvious, isn't it? He needs to report the case to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Come with me.
Okay. Where are we going? Wait, yeah, I want to know who my recent first time was. How do I check? I forgot to check. No, wait. I forgot how to check. Yeah, I forgot. I had to check what was the recent one. Wait. Oh no, I think it was, oh no, it was Joy Mia. She was a recent one. It was either Joy Mia or Ye. The Fox Lady. And I don't want to pick the Fox Lady. I don't know how to pronounce the name very well.
I am quite curious. How does our chivalrous martial arts hero intend to come to Captain Wu's rescue here? There are countless victims of injustice in the world. We can't try to help each and every one of them, can we? Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't know you thought of me as someone who helps other people unconditionally.
Your
I'm
sarcasm.
genuinely flattered. But we both know that I'm not that kind of person,
Wow.
really.
KAEYA.
Your logic is very straightforward and quite endearing in its simplicity.
Sarcasm.
But I like how you think. So I'll indulge your martial arts hero aspirations for now.
Where are we going now? Oh, I walked into war. I love wars.
Captain Wu, how would you feel about owing me one?
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I didn't
Captain
skip.
KAEYA?
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I found a way to recover your Mora that would leave the man who defrauded you feeling angry and frustrated, but give him no way to get back at you. If it could be done, and the only cost was owing me yet another favor, what would you say?
What exactly are you getting at?
The traveler here is adamant that you should ask me for another favor. Personally, I blame the storyteller. After hearing the inspiring tale of Bravebeard, he's all gung-ho about playing hero and righting this injustice once and for all.
He's so sarcastic.
Captain KAEYA,
Exactly
young
why
man,
I love KAEYA.
I thank you. I will humbly...
All right. Now here's what I'm thinking. All right, then it's settled. Per our brave hero's plan, let's rendezvous at Yanshang Tea House tomorrow.
What? Oh.
What's the hurry? You're here. Good. I'll head upstairs first, and you join me in a bit. You've got nothing to worry about. As long as this lucky coin's in my hands, it'll do as it's told. Before I toss the coin, I'll get our guy to bet heads or tails.
Yeah, he needs to calm
Then it's
down.
your turn to bet. Now remember, if I touch my chin, you bet heads. If I touch my forehead, you go for tails.
What? Chin. I bet heads. Foot. I think I get it.
Hello. Are you waiting for someone? As long as you follow the rules of the tea house, you're welcome here. Please be our guest.
Cool it.
Oops. Do ya? Oh, there you go.
From the way you describe it, Liyue does sound like an attractive place to settle. Perhaps I might have to make the move here after all. All that awaits me back in Mondstadt is a horde of insufferable sycophants. Truly tedious. The reason I left home in the first place was because I was reluctant to simply live off of my inheritance.
I understand. For one as ambitious as yourself, Mr. Rich, living off of the family fortune must feel like the...
What are you doing? It's common courtesy to introduce yourself. Can't you see we got here first? They're running out of tables, huh? Looks like this location's getting too small for them. Very well, I'll make an exception for you this one time. Let's hope the tea, at least, won't disappoint me.
So, my friend, what's your name?
What am I supposed to pick? What? I don't know which one to pick.
Here is the tea that you ordered.
Oh.
Please enjoy.
Ugh, this tea is... never mind.
Wow, KAEYA,
Mr. Bai,
straight up
this has been a
mean.
most pleasant and insightful conversation. I consider it good fortune that I encountered such a refined gentleman as yourself so far from home. Please allow me to pay for the tea.
Yes, good fortune indeed. In that case, I must thank you for your generosity.
You there. I'll get yours too. Oh, you can't tell? My family's lived in Mondstadt for generations. I got bored sitting around at home and decided to set off on a journey to expand my horizons. The sights of Liyue Harbor are rather spectacular. I've half a mind to buy a waterfront property here so I can come vacationing every year. That would be quite nice. If the family would spare me a little loose change, I could even invest in an antique shop or two so I have something to do during the day. And the point of life is to enjoy yourself. If something makes me happy, it's worth every mora.
Mr. Rich, just to clarify, that's quite a large sum of mora.
The name's Albert.
Shush.
Surname Rich. But only the servants in
What?
the house address me as Mr. Rich. Now that we're so well acquainted, Mr. Bai, please
Albert
just
Rich?
call me Albert.
Wait.
Albert does have a nice ring.
I just
to it.
realised that's his
It is
second
my
name.
honor to
That's his
become friends
surname.
with someone of your...
I don't know how to say his actual name. Albert Rich.
You flatter me. What say you to acting as my
we've
guide during
seen
my
the,
time in Liyue?
Quest
I'll
between
pay
him
you
and
handsomely, of course.
Forgot
Naturally,
his name.
board and lodging would be included.
Dainsliff or something.
And I could pay you in the region of 50,000 mora per day?
No need, my good friend. I shan't be so
That's
vulgar
very,
as to take your mora.
sneaky.
We're both men of care. To join a noble gentleman on his travels is a rare opportunity.
You
This
there.
guy, please,
You're
shush.
welcome to join us if you want. Which clan did you say you were with? The Hoo-Ha clan or something?
What? What kind of... The what clan? The who?
Goo-Ha, huh? Strange choice of name.
Hoo-ha.
Gotta say, I've been in Liyue for a while now. This is the first I'm hearing of them. I guess they're one of these obscure ones who keep to themselves.
Yes, well, there are many martial
Can I
arts
skip this
clans
guy? This
and
guy's
factions
annoying.
in Li-
Ha, fair enough. Still, Weird name. Bet they have some even weirder practices.
Fake names.
Seriously though, what kind of skills do you guys train anyway? It's all for
It's not
show,
like
right?
you're trying to laugh.
I saw some people performing a few tricks down at the wharf. Is it that kind of thing?
Oh my gosh.
I already told the server to put it on my tab. Don't bother getting her to split the bill. It'll only complicate things.
Young man, there's no need to take things so seriously.
Shut up.
Why don't you loosen up and enjoy?
Are you trying to make a point by throwing my generosity back in my face? Oh.
Please, my friends, let's not get so worked up. Genshin Tea House is no venue for a duel. We'll all get escorted. You young people have hot tempers.
Did I hear that right? So you'll only pay for yourself if you win, but I'll get the check for the three of us if you lose. It's not that I care about the Mora. After all, I offered to pay for everyone's drinks in the first place. No, what I find truly absurd is your refusal to play fair. I demand that you also pay for 3 if you win. Fine. You can have your apology if you win.
I know this is all
but on
fake.
one condition.
He's getting angry.
We'll do the best of 3, and the winner pays for the table.
Well, as long as you're no longer rare.
Why don't you join us, Mr. Bai? Let's entertain this guy for a sec. We don't want him to think you're stingy.
But I wasn't.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Bai? Whose side are you on here?
Of course.
And anyway, it's no big deal if you win. It's just a few cups of tea after all, so you can just take it from your fees as my guide.
All right then. I suppose it's not all that different from the...
All right, now we're talking. Okay, now that we've agreed on the rules, how should we do this coin toss? After all, a Mora coin looks the same on both sides.
So passive aggressive. I know. Which one was it? Chin... Chin heads, forehead, tails? Something?
Well, that should be simple enough. Here, I'll take this coin and ask the counter to draw a line on one side.
Oh, just plain aggressive.
You two can wait for me.
Yeah, he is. Never seen him angry before.
Young man, I can see that I too, in the real world, you young people.
Just so we're clear, let's say the marked side is heads, and the unmarked side is tails. Everyone has to pick a side before the coin toss. Oh. And no takebacks. We should also take turns tossing the coin.
Sounds fair to me.
All right then, I'll start us off. Here we... Oh. Wait, I nearly forgot to collect everyone's bets. Mr. Bai, heads or tails?
I suppose the choice is arbitrary.
Let me think. I'll also go with tails. What about you, heads or tails?
Oh, it's tails. Ah! No! Oh, I picked the wrong one. Oops. Oh well.
Darn, I won. Lucky me, I guess.
I won as well. Guess there might be a formal apology in the cards after all. I have a suggestion. If one of us loses twice in a row, they should get knocked out while the other 2 carry on playing to decide the winner. Otherwise, with 3 of us playing, it'll start to get difficult to keep track of who's won the most times.
KAEYA wants a fight.
I flipped the coin last time, so why don't you go next? I don't want you blaming my coin tossing skills if you guess wrong this turn.
Beat someone up.
Here.
Now just wait a second, my dear friends. Please let me do the second toss.
No.
Oh? Anxious to take your turn, Mr. Bai?
You are both young, and I've already seen your short tempers for myself. If Albert loses this round and this young... Well, that's not my only consideration, either. You two may be too young to know this, but I've been around the block a few times. In dice games, people use all... If Albert wins the next round, and you... If that happens, a purely hypothetical scenario, of course, but one that I...
Very diligent of you indeed, Mr. Bai. Looks like I chose the right person to be my guide. Here,
Kaya's
take
been
it.
very aggressive
A
today.
ribbed coin will always be a little heavier than a normal coin, you see. This one, see...
What's your bet this time, Mr. Bai?
I'll stick with tails.
Tails, huh? Well, you seem to have a feel for this, so I guess I'll match your bet again.
Oh no.
Well, my luck's still just about holding out. The three of us are now tied, so no one drop.
Well, here you go. That's what makes it fun, isn't it? Anyway, there's no need to stress. What's the cost of a few cups of tea compared to 50,000 I'll be paying you every day?
You make a good point. All right?
Okay, and now it's my turn to guess. Not that the outcome matters.
Why did it have to be heads? What say you to another round?
Sure, why not? I'm having fun. I can go for as many rounds as you want. What a miserly person. Do as you please. The two of us can play.
But Albert...
Oh, come on now. No need to walk on eggshells here. Let's keep it simple, shall we? If you guess right, I pick up the tab. But if you guess wrong, I'm afraid it's still on you.
Sure. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, here's the coin. You can toss first. I'll take heads.
Ouch.
Wouldn't it defeat the whole purpose of betting if you guessed the same as me? This is a two-person game now. Surely one of us has to guess heads and the other tails.
All right. It all comes down to luck, after all.
Kaya's very sneaky. Oh, it's gonna be tails, isn't it? Yeah.
Ooh, looks like Rex Lapis has smiled upon me today after all.
Look at you getting so giddy over some chump change. It's like
Kaya's
you've never
bullying
gambled
him.
with real money before, my old man.
Oh my gosh,
That's a real
Kaya's
rush, I'm
being
telling
so
you. This is nothing by comparison. In
aggressive
fact,
today.
I'm starting to get a little bored.
Well,
You're just like
in
me.
that case, would
Bored.
Sure. And let's up the stakes a little this time. Shall we say 50,000?
you... Oh, maybe that's a little on the high side.
What, 50,000? But that's just a single day's guide pay for you.
All right.
Great, then I'll bet heads. No takebacks. Heads.
Tails.
They both.
Oh, how unfortunate. Albert, I'm terribly sorry, but as it happened...
Advance payment?
Oh.
Sorry,
Scammer
I'm
alert.
afraid that's not my style. It'll have to be cash.
This day, just getting better and better. Well, so be it.
Just 50,000? That's not what we agreed on.
Huh? What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't. The amount was 1 million.
Kaya!
1 million? Oh,
I'm being perfectly serious. I know what I said, and what I said was 1 million mora.
you're
Oh,
lying through
Kaya
your
is getting
teeth.
aggressive.
Hey, young man, you tell... Huh? What the... Oh, I see. I've never met either of you before today, and out of nowhere you... Huh? Do you have any idea? Well, don't you try to celebrate just yet. Do you really... Frauds! Frauds, I say!
How pathetic.
I
What
agree
is
with you,
going
Kaya.
on here? If you...
Wait, don't throw...
Well, let's take this somewhere else. I don't...
Where do we go now? Okay, down here.
Okay, you two. Care to...
Gladly. He's making up completely spurious claims. We were betting Mora over a few coin tosses, and now he wants to back out. In the land of contracts, of all places.
That is true.
He won 250,000 from me, then another 800,000 from the both of us. Now he's refusing to pay up the measly 50,000 that he lost in the final round.
Okay, so after settling up, a total of 1 million mora should have changed hands. Sounds plausible enough.
It's a complete pack of lies!
I keep forgetting.
If you don't
You're
believe me,
kind.
ask anyone else in the tea
Oh,
house.
Kaeya.
These kids were so loud, I guarantee you.
Sorry to interrupt you all, but you're witnesses to the situation here.
Oh, thank goodness you're finally here. What took you so long?
Leave me out of this. I want nothing to do with gamblers and scammers.
Our new owner laid down the law not too long ago. We turn a blind eye towards casual games of dice, but there is zero tolerance for any explicit gambling with real Mora. Return any winnings to the party you took them from, and we'll say that none of this ever happened.
Why should I have to give them...
Oh, but I think you do. 2 investments, was it? One of them to the tune of exactly 1 million as it happens. Oh, and don't forget you still need to pay the tab.
Ha!
Halberd! Fang! There's a gentleman here that I'd really like you to meet.
Please, please don't.
This was never your Mora to begin with. We'll be returning it to its rightful owner now.
Yes, we win against him. Okay, let me just...
What did you think, Captain Wu? Could you hear clearly from your corner on the 2nd floor?
Yes, everything. I can't thank...
Woo. This was your doing, was it? Along with that blonde one. I know where you live.
Who'd be
That's
scared of a crook
stalker,
like
that.
you? I'll take you on any day of the week.
I know where you live. Shouldn't be saying that.
Well, let's see how long that false bravado of yours will last.
Oh, look at that. He figured it out. Guess he's not as dumb as we thought.
Don't you two get
sarcasm.
cocky either. Just you wait.
Sarcasm.
I will hunt you down.
Oh,
My
no.
apologies
What
for
are we
having to
gonna
leave
do?
this question until you'd vacated the premises. But I couldn't have things escalate inside the tea house. I hope you can understand our position. I noticed that would I be correct in saying you were looking to set this man up?
Wait, so you saw through it right away?
Under normal circumstances, we would never tolerate a scheme like this taking place on our grounds, as it risks damaging our owner's reputation. However, I understand that our owner holds the traveler in high regard, and must have good reasons for their actions.
Ah, as I thought. When you're operating on someone else's turf, you run the risk of clashing with the master of the house. Thankfully, we considered that possibility before going ahead with our plan. Over to you, brave hero. You're the one with the connections in Liyue. It's your time to shine.
Okay. I understand the situation now.
Well, Captain Wu, remember what I promised you? What do you think? Angry and frustrated enough for you?
Excuse me, coming through. Is this the Mr. Bai you reported to us?
Yes, that's him all right.
Wait. Where's your evidence? And Wu,
You're back.
you've already
You missed
recovered
quite a
your
bit,
Mora.
Super.
I don't deserve to be punished twice for the same.
You can't talk your way out of this one. Does the plaintiff have any witnesses? If so, we'd really appreciate if you got tangled up in this too, huh? In that case, please come with me. Don't worry, we won't...
Hey, keep your hands off me.
Thank you so much.
Well, I have an idea. We originally came here to do some sightseeing. Anywhere you'd recommend we go before the end of our trip?
Let me think. Now, where would I...
Sounds fun to me.
So where are we supposed to be going? Oh, come on, we have to walk. This is why I got E. Elon. Why did I say E?
Take it easy.
Don't follow me, dog. Wait, oh, what was?
Well, this was certainly an eventful end to my trip. It wouldn't have been possible without you. Or my lucky coin, of course. Wouldn't be much of a lucky coin if it had. Besides, I already taught you how to become attuned to it. You still need some practice to master the technique, but luckily it decided to play nice and spare us any more complications. A better question to ask might be, what do I do to make this coin happy to work with me and show me whichever side I wish? My answer would be that I tell the coin a joke every time I toss it into the air. If it finds my joke funny, then it cooperates with me. Of course, this whole arrangement hinges on a pre-existing amount of trust between the two of us. I can't just get any strange coins to listen to me. Yeah, I was a little surprised when he unwittingly called out our trick coin, but it didn't matter. A good gambler always keeps their options open. You have to have a contingency plan for when the odds are against you. So when I went to the counter, I marked a regular coin as well as my trick one. That safely avoided any risk of him finding out about the trick coin. But it also meant that we wouldn't be able to control the result of that round. But hey, what does it matter? The fact that he made things a little more challenging only made it all the more exciting to watch him slowly but surely fall into our trap.
Kind of.
Especially listening to him warn us about the possibility of a rigged coin right as we were scamming him. That was my favorite part. As long as I chose the same bet as him, and you bet the opposite to me, it was always going to end up with him paying. Unless, of course, he'd had some other tricks up his sleeve that we hadn't thought of. Then things would have gotten really interesting.
You two are genuinely the smartest people I've ever met. I'm no intellectual, so... Well, I may not be the smartest. We were just ordering if there's any...
You seem agitated. Are you worried about owing me yet another favor? There are two kinds of people who owe me favors. One is my friends, and the other my informants. My informants have to fulfill whatever requests I make of them, no questions asked. The question is, which kind of person do you want to be? Ah, and you're torn again. Too afraid to ask to be my friend, but also daunted by the dangers inherent in becoming my informant.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's okay.
I can't speak today.
Because I just thought of a fun and easy way to get us out of this impasse. Let's do a coin toss. This is the regular coin I prepared for the contingency plan when I was borrowing a pen from the bar. Not the lucky one that does what I tell it to. If it's heads, we're friends. But if it's tails, you're at my beck and call. May the Lord of Geo decide.
So, was it heads or tails?
What do you think? What does your heart tell you?
I understand now. You have my most sincere gratitude.
That's that one done. What? Oh. Laggy coin. Yeah, you missed quite a bit when you was gone. You might. I'm probably gonna leave this up on the channel so you can watch it again if you missed anything. It was kind of funny.
You're always so busy. It's high time you gave yourself a proper break. Even the sharpest blade loses its edge if it's always in use. Regular maintenance is essential for reliable performance. And anyway, life is short, so we should make the most of the time we have. Right now is the perfect time to relax and enjoy. Now I remember why you're an honorary knight. Of course being tempted by money is beneath you.
Sarcasm.
Your honest character is dazzling to behold. Like the sunlight reflecting off the surface of Cider Lake in the late fall.
Back to the same point.
I hold my hands up. My thinking was mistaken.
There's the main quest.
In that case, I guess today's end-of-trip blowout is cancelled.
You can go
I shall pack my luggage and prepare to return to Mondstadt. Oh? You'd do that for me? Well, this wasn't what I'd originally planned,
so now we've got to go back
but it's a very welcome development. When I was souvenir shopping, I picked out something for you too. Guess my thoughtfulness wasn't in vain. Well, let's keep that a secret for now. Not because I want to keep you guessing, It's just that I didn't think I'd run into you here. All my
So
gifts are
how
back
did
at the
you
inn.
buy a souvenir
I
for
want you to
the-
find out for yourself when you open it. The surprise is what gift giving is all about, is it not? Then it's settled. We'll leave together shortly.
Time to go monster. Oh, wait, back. This reminds you of the life ending games. I don't understand it. I don't know what you mean. Kill those birds.
Look, Mondstadt's windmills. Ah, such a comforting sight. Now, as promised, your souvenir. Here you go. According to the merchant I bought it from, mysterious spirits called Jinn often live in lamps like this. And this lamp in particular once housed a very powerful genie. Merchants love to exaggerate to help make a sale, but it's still quite the pretty little lamp. I know you like rare things, so perhaps you can add this to your collection. Of course, you can also use it as an ordinary pot. Personally, I think it'd make an excellent wine vessel. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. I'm ready to head into the city now.
Oh.
You're free to join me, or you can make your own
This
schedule.
one you do try and
I
knock
could
all
give
the
everyone
enemies,
their
so-
souvenirs first, but I'm not sure whether I'm in the mood for running around and visiting people right after the long journey. Maybe I'll take a breather first. But I know I'll only get bored sitting in my room alone. Ugh. Do you have any suggestions? I'm honored to have such a caring friend. Let's go to the plaza in front of the
Friends.
cathedral.
I'm sorry,
We can listen to the bards playing or feed the pigeons. After so long in Sumeru, I've begun to miss that slow-paced and relaxed atmosphere. There's no rush. We can take our time and stroll on over.
I don't know why I even said that. Dang. I should have used a bow. Hedon's bow.
What's the hurry? Port Ormos is always lively, even late into the night. People there go to bed much later than I imagined. Quite a stark contrast with Mondstadt. People pray and play music in the cathedral plaza during the day, but come nighttime, the streets are deserted except for the knights on patrol. Good question. Life in Sumeru is never dull. Last time I was out drinking on the street at night, some passing mercenaries invited me to dance. Although, I did learn later
Don't
that
fall
that
over
kind
when
of
you
thing
drink,
is
KAEYA.
highly unusual even there. They must have been in a very good mood that night. They taught me a lot of songs that they usually sing during feasts. It really was a fun night. But be that as it may, I think I'm more suited to the free and easy life in Mondstadt. Simple, honest folks like me, we don't need much to be content.
I don't want to upset him.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Let's shelve that discussion for now. Have you ever had a chance to hear the cathedral choir before? The hymns they sing are a whole tradition in their own right. Quite different from the folk songs that the bards play. Well, let's see if we can catch them today. Sister Grace is right there, so we can ask her about the choir's schedule. Excuse me, Sister Grace. Does the church choir have any performances coming up soon?
Oh, I'm so sorry. The hymn concert we previously announced has unfortunately been pushed back.
Oh? What's the story there?
As you probably know, Captain KAEYA, we've been trying to organize an amateur...
Ah, yes. I heard about that. I believe the plan was
yes,
ultimately to have different choirs who can take turns to perform hymn concerts.
Those things.
Yes, exactly. Well, but for some... maybe I'm just... Captain KAEYA.
Me? Music is far from my forte. But if you need some help, then don't worry. I know an expert who's more than up to the task.
Thank you so much, Captain KAEYA.
I'm sure you've figured out who this expert is already. He has the best singing voice of any poet in Mondstadt, and understands poetry better than any other
Is it
singer.
that guy who leans in the
Plus,
door?
he's exceptionally easy to find. 9 out of 10 times, he's in the tavern.
I think you all know that is. Not you, another guy. Unless it's... Oh wait. Never mind, I think it's Venti. I don't know if it's Venti or the other guy. Oh yeah, I knew it.
Good day. Drinking alone? I hope you don't mind us joining you.
Hello, hello! Please, take a seat. We're all friends here.
Patton, 1 moonlit alley and an apple cider.
Ooh, excellent choices. Come on, let's have a toast and drain our glasses together.
No.
Here's to the time spent drinking with friends, which is more unforgettable than
I
the
find
drinks
Venti
are
annoying.
delectable.
Ever the poet, Professor Venti. A beautiful toast from the bard with the most. Any new songs of yours we could listen to? There's a real
I'm not
dearth of
kind of
quality
anyone. I'm just
entertainment
kind
at the
of
moment, since the
not a fan
cathedral's
of
choir
Venti, to be
performance has been
honest.
delayed again. Speaking of which, I trust you've heard Sister Grace's choir perform before?
Of course! Though the format is a little on the formal side, they do sing quite beautifully.
So you'd say you enjoy listening to hymns?
Let me think. Well, however it's expressed, as long as you can hear the singer's passion and joy in their voice, I consider it a phenomenal performance.
I don't want to
Passion and
listen to
joy,
it.
huh? An intriguing perspective. By this logic, I suppose Lord Barbados would also enjoy the choir's performances.
Oh?
Think about it. It's only because of his patient
I
guidance
think
and
Kai is
protection
probably
that the
the only
people of
one who doesn't-
Mondstadt can now sing such
Maybe
beautiful
Lisa.
hymns in the
I
cathedral.
don't think they know
It must be
Venti's-
quite satisfying for him to hear a joyful people
You're
lift up their voices in song.
Yes, well, that's a beautiful image filled with hope. But actually, maybe Barbados himself doesn't give it so much thought. In principle, the hymns of the cathedral are dedicated to a god. But in reality, the audience are all ordinary people with very worldly concerns.
Skip.
If Sister Grace was able to see things that way, perhaps she wouldn't feel so distressed.
Huh? Distressed? About what? Ugh, she might be asking a bit too much. To be honest, if they have a natural talent for music, they should just be allowed to sing whatever they want. It'll all sound good. I'm pretty sure the first people to sing songs to the Animal Archon weren't all singing the same tune. Besides, he is the god of freedom. Surely he'd prefer to hear Mondstadters sing their hearts out however comes naturally to them.
Well, to each their own, I
How does
say.
Kaya not
But
get these?
Sister Grace seems quite bothered by the whole thing.
More drinks?
Uh-oh. I only brought enough money for 1 bottle today. I'll have to pass.
Another bottle of apple cider for Venti, please, Patton. My treat.
Wow! Thanks, Kaya. You were one of the finest students ever to emerge
You
from my
were.
fast-track
Wow,
love poetry
Venti,
class.
so mean.
I always
Leave
did admire your
Kaya alone.
enthusiasm and kindness. With the aid of this bottle, a humble bard's woes are whisked away on the wind. And so it falls.
Then this is probably the single most worthwhile alcohol purchase I've ever made. With your help, Sister Grace's
Were.
problems are as good as
You
solved.
were.
Sister Grace
Yeah,
is
what
a
do you mean
devout
by that,
follower of the Animo
Venti?
Archon. Perhaps it's her depth of devotion that causes her to worry too much about the smallest things.
Don't worry. Just wait a moment. I'll go find her. Right after I finish this cider. The next time you visit her, our sweet sister shall be sad no more.
Venti, how dare you? Yes, Venti. So you get slice you in half. Rude. It was the thing. 6 and 6. Okay.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Perfect timing of jump.
Hello, Sister Grace. How are the rehearsals going?
Captain KAEYA, your bard...
Fanciful in the sense of not worth adopting? Is that what you mean?
Fenty. You don't need to be so rude to her. Stop being so rude.
Everyone in the choir loves to sing, but they're used to singing their favorite songs. Suddenly asking them to sing in perfect harmony like a church choir with years of experience is just too difficult. So, why ask them to adjust to the demands of those staid old church hymns when you could just create a new song for them? One that they'll be able to grasp quickly? If you want, I could help.
Church choirs typically stick to traditional hymns. This is certainly an innovative idea. What's stopping you from considering it, Sister Grace?
While I don't...
Is the Church of Favonius really such a stickler for tradition? Giving believers the chance to express themselves freely seems like it would be a very positive thing. So Venti, do you think the Animo Archon would like to hear a new melody?
Of course! This was the wish of the people when New Mondstadt was first founded.
Okay, well let's see what our other friend thinks. Traveler, what are your thoughts? Another vote of confidence. Maybe there's hope for this idea yet.
Maybe...
Looks like we're all in favor then. So let's start preparing. Sister Grace, could we trouble you to inform the choir members?
Of course. I'll tell them...
Should we find some people to help us compose the lyrics? If this is to be a new song of the people, then the more fresh ideas we have, the better.
Good idea. Let's split up and find some contributors, Traveler. Let me think. Since we're composing a song, we should try and recruit at least one person who understands music.
I think of someone that who's always
I know. Sister Grace, how would you feel about us asking Sister Barbara to provide her input?
Given that the idea is to write a song dedicated...
Perfect. Traveler, why don't you head into the cathedral and invite Sister Barbara to join us? I'll look for another friend who's interested in helping us.
Yay, Barbara. You're annoying. Oh. I don't mean to climb the wall. Oh, then no way she did.
Lead. Traveler, it's been a long time since I last saw you in the cathedral. Fortunately, I have some time to spare at the moment. What is it? Oh, I see. What an interesting idea. The hymns we know today have been passed down to us through the ages. Very few people would ever think to create a new one, but as long as we put our hearts into it and write with reverence and devotion, perhaps our new song can become part of the tradition that is passed on. I never imagined that the bar would come up with such an amazing suggestion.
Vision is...
I'd really love
that's
to be
clever.
a part of this.
She has a book on the side with a vision in it. That's clever.
Sure. Let's...
Anything the knights can do for you?
No.
Take it easy.
Ah, you're here.
Oh my gosh.
You took your sweet time. I've seen KAEYA play Genius Invocation TCG, making up a bunch of baloney to distract his opponents. He's a trickster, plain and simple. So now, I gotta check with you guys to see if what he's saying is true. Can
I like her
we
attitude.
really write about anything we want in this song? Even the evils of Mondstadt's wine industry? And is the choir really gonna perform it
She's
publicly?
still got beef against the wine industry.
So everyone on the streets will hear it?
I can guarantee he won't.
Then I want to write this.
Oh, her
These
evil
hands will be
plans.
punished harshly by Lord Barbados.
That's a very novel idea indeed.
Oh, he's
Just
allergic to
humming to
cats, I
myself
just
while I work.
realised.
So after Sister Grace
So he's
criticized us
allergic
for not
to-
singing in harmony, I was planning on quitting the choir.
He's allergic.
I never thought we'd be able to just sing what we wanted.
Oh, he's gonna be
What a
sneezing all
relief.
day.
Plus, we get to write.
Thank you, everyone. Why don't we start by picking a theme for this song?
I agree.
I expect that Professor Venti might feel that topic is overdone and lacks originality, and that it may not be to Lord Barbados's liking.
That's KAEYA for you. Got it in one. I'd suggest that everyone start by thinking of the little things in life that bring you joy.
Ooh, well then can I praise the perfect fish head soup my mom cooked last night?
Of course you can.
I think I'd like to rejoice in the precious days spent together
No,
with
God's
family.
great sweetness.
Let us praise Mondstadt. The
See? Already we have lots of wonderful
They have a
ideas.
load of things, weaknesses
Let's
that they
write
can
them
be,
down.
but
And
Venti
then
is a
KAEYA
cat.
can... huh? KAEYA?
KAEYA disappeared. Where'd he go? Where did KAEYA dip?
What are you doing here? Didn't want to participate in the discussions? I just wanted to take you to hear a performance. But that obviously didn't happen, thanks to the problems with the choir rehearsals. The rehearsals are now back on track, so I've done my part. If I stay here any longer,
I'm
I'll
sorry, I
probably
don't
get roped
know.
into singing with them.
If you can hear
I'd
any
rather it didn't come to that.
background
My songwriting
chatting,
abilities are
ignore
limited.
it. My microphone picks everything up. I need to fix it. If you hear any background chattering, like anyone talking in the background, I'm sorry.
If doing nothing but loitering on the plaza enjoying the scenery all day is the only way to relax, then I suppose I didn't get to relax, but that would get boring after a while. To me, it's more fun to wander around, see what's happening, and insert myself into interesting situations. Besides, can you be so sure I didn't have something to gain from helping Sister Grace with her choir rehearsal dilemma these past few days?
Oh, I spy 2 naughty students skipping class, and they just so happen to be the very 2 who asked me to help Sister Grace in the first place. We're ready to review and discuss everyone's lyric contributions now.
No.
Hey, why is it that you look like you're trying to run away?
Because I want to order
I still recall the teachings of Professor Venti. The Animo Archon cares not about how moving the people's songs of praise are, but rather whether or not the song comes from the heart. With so many true believers gathered together earnestly writing a song for him, I'm sure the Animo Archon is watching on and feels very satisfied. That's what a song of worship is all about.
I think I might have to skip some
Mission
dialogue.
accomplished.
And
Insert
that's the
KAEYA.
reason you've decided to leave?
I might
Slipping
need to
away
skip
before the
some,
final verse is sung,
Everyone's moving around
before the poet
kitchen,
has uttered the last line,
downstairs.
before everything has concluded.
So that means
I don't know. Something
I eat
about
dinner
it just
very
resonates
late,
with me.
So it's like 7 PM right now, so I'm gonna be eating late.
Oh no. You've seen right through me.
Wow, that was a craftily crafted speech. I almost fell for it. But to share all this with a group of friends, only to find myself one friend short before the final verse is sung, before the poet has uttered the last line, before everything has concluded.
Shush, Venti.
I don't know. Something about it just irritates me. If you don't want to write a poem, then let me gift you one. A band of
Skip.
swift currents,
Skip.
majestic waves, the
Skip.
stars in my...
Skip.
If you are a chaser of freedom, the
I don't
Animal
like
Archon
poems.
will bless you. So why not let those feelings out and sing with everyone?
A boat
No.
that has come unmoored will not get lost in the night, but sail towards the dawn. A beautiful image.
Of course, you don't have to believe in it, but the winds of Mondstadt will guide every lost ship back to safe harbor.
Well, after a fine poem like that, it would be plain rude of me not to rejoin you.
Let's head back together. You two, of all people, have to be there for the grand finale.
Okay. Did I just get an achievement? No, I didn't. Nope. Wrong one. Okay, that's 3 endings. Oh, let's go back all the way to... Oh wait, it's right there. Oh wait, it's the other one. Okay.
Take it easy.
Nice to do option. I might need to skip some dialogue, to be honest.
Look, Mondstadt's went now. As promised, according to the merchant I bought, merchants loved. I know you like rare things, so perhaps you can add this to your collection. Of course, you can also... You're welcome. I'm ready to head into the city now. I could give everyone... Maybe I'll take a breather first. But I know I'll only get bored sitting in my room alone. Yes, I suppose. Okay, souvenir run it is. They're mostly people you know, so it'll be a chance for you to say hi to some people you haven't seen in a while. Let's start by going to the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Jean and Lisa will definitely be there, and with any luck, we might run into a few others too. Hey, you two busy?
You must have had a tough journey, KAEYA. Oh, it's been a while,
I'm
cutie.
sorry. If anyone likes Lisa, I'm sorry. I don't
Welcome
like
back, KAEYA.
Her voice.
Why is the honorary knight accompanying you?
The traveler is... No. I can't. Makes me uncomfortable.
I understand. Back to matters at hand, KAEYA. I have already received your report. You did well this time, thank you. A few days ago, we received a letter from the representative of the Wine Merchants Association in Sumeru. It was thanks to your on-the-spot decisions that further losses, due to continued delays, were avoided.
Just doing my duty. Anything to reduce the acting Grandmaster's workload. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have some unused travel funds. I'll return the surplus now.
Oh, is it because is it because she talks very suspiciously?
Given the suddenness of the situation and the difficulty in resolving it, I authorized a greater than normal disbursement in case of unforeseen circumstances. But I didn't think there would be this much left over. Thank you, KAEYA.
Just doing the right thing. But I'm not actually here for a post-trip debrief. I brought some souvenirs back for everyone.
Souvenirs from Sumeru?
Lisa, you're from Sumeru, aren't you?
Here, the letter opener is for Jean.
Well,
the jeweled brooch is for Lisa. And the items in the box are
if
for
you don't
everyone
know,
else.
Lisa had an
The
event.
artistry of this is
There was an
exquisite.
event that
Look at
to
the
get Lisa's
ornamentation
skin.
on the sheath. This must be one of those crafts
Which
unique to
is
Sumeru.
Sumeru,
It's my first time seeing one in person. Thank you, KAEYA.
I love the color of the gem in this brooch.
I'm skipping that
It
dialogue.
wasn't
I can't.
too
I'm sorry,
bad.
I can't. I'm skipping
I
dialogue.
didn't spend too much.
Might I intrude a moment?
Albedo, is that you?
Oh.
I finished the latest quarterly expenses report for the workshop. It's ready for your review. Traveler,
Why does
greetings.
Albedo talk like a robot?
And KAEYA, welcome back from Sumeru. I haven't seen you in a while. You two look like you're in good spirits.
As a matter of fact, the honorary knight and I traveled back from Sumeru together. Ah, yes, and I brought some souvenirs for you and Klee. They form a set. Hold on, let me dig them out.
You're too kind. Klee has been constantly inquiring as to the timing of your return
I
lately.
might need to mute in a minute.
Since you weren't around, she thought you had also been
I can hear
grounded,
the chat in
and
the
that it would be a
background. It's
long
getting
time
louder.
before you could come out.
Children always have the most...
Also been
Skipping the
grounded?
dialogue.
Sounds like things haven't been too dull for you all in my absence.
It's Klee's third time
Klee
this
is
month.
getting into trouble so much.
Evidently, you're not the least bit surprised.
No. On the contrary, what would be a surprise is if Klee ever managed to stay out of trouble for a substantial length of time.
Anyway, since my souvenir is part of a set with Klee's, there's no rush to give it to me. When Klee's next, well, released, I'll bring her to see you sometime. We'll collect our souvenirs together.
Sure, makes sense. Leave the surprise for the person who'll enjoy it the most.
I'll leave these documents here. I'll take my leave now, everyone.
KAEYA, I've approved your vacation request. Use this time to relax and unwind. Don't worry about the report and other work. I'll take care of it. You too, Honorary Knight. There isn't any work the Knights of Favonius require your assistance with at this time, so please take it easy.
Thank you. Then we'll be going now.
Enjoy your vacation. But
Don't worry, I'm nearly done with those. I'll be able to return them in a few days.
Okay, so where do we go now? That way.
I'm surprised Klee still hasn't escaped. I taught her a few tricks just before I left. Kids will always have their moments of mischief.
KAEYA.
But to be able to grow up without a worry or care in the world is something truly precious.
This shows that KAEYA just helps Klee escaping.
Well,
he's sneaky.
Now that all the gifts for the Knights of Favonius are with Jean, next up is... Ooh, how about we visit the Dawn Winery under the pretext of delivering souvenirs and try to score some free wine? It's been a long time since I last saw everyone there.
No, you just want
Plus,
to see
it'll
someone.
be the perfect time to treat you to some of their newest brews. D-Luke should be there tomorrow since he has business to deal
Okay,
with.
never mind.
But then there's nothing scheduled for the day after tomorrow, so perhaps it'll be easier to get free wine then. What do you think? When should we go? That works. Then I guess we'll see D-Luke. Let's meet at the front entrance of the Dawn Winery tomorrow.
I just want to see them two talk. Why does the teleports have to be so far away from the Dawn Winery? Can you make it closer?
Flicker. You made it. Come on, let's go inside. Brace yourself for some sour grapes.
Is he saying do Lucas sour? Wow. Cold.
If you're not feeling well, then let me go this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
What are you doing here today? And I see you've brought a +1.
Do you look being miserable as usual?
Oh, it's nothing particularly pressing. It's just that we recently returned from Sumeru, and given how long it's been since we last visited the winery, we thought we'd drop by and say hello.
Is that it? Make yourselves comfortable then.
Oh, do you really mean that? Because my definition of comfortable happens to involve prodigious amounts of your finest wines. Speaking of which, I'm curious where you store the wine these days. Is it the same place as it always used to be?
Sounds like you're in a hurry to reach your goal. Been plotting this raid for a long time?
Plotting a raid? Why,
That's
you
all.
misunderstand me. The truth is, a rumor happened to reach my ears recently. My informants tell me that last month, the Dawn Winery spent a large sum of mora on 2 bottles of limited edition Northland Valberry liquor. However, It turns out that they were likely just cheap knockoffs masquerading as the real thing. Of course, a teetotaler like yourself would struggle to tell the difference.
Kaya, stop being so mean.
So why not get a connoisseur to help you appraise the quality? Oh, wait. But the sterling reputation of Don Riley is at
Sarcasm
stake.
and mean.
Why, if you really purchased bootleg liquor, that would be scandalous. Better to have unknown and insignificant alcohol aficionados do the taste test for you, to prevent word getting out.
Quite the story. You used that one last year. Got anything else?
Dilu's so right
What?
through him.
Really? I totally forgot. In that case, how about the principle of reciprocity? Here, this is for you. I bought it for you in Sumeru. And it cost a veritable mountain of mora.
Thanks. Put it on the table.
That's it? No comment whatsoever?
Kind of
You
so
want a
offended.
comment? Okay, then. This thing is very in line with your unique aesthetic tastes.
Wow,
Much
Dilu,
like
why are
that
you being
vase
so
over there.
mean?
Elzer, fetch a bottle of this year's newest batch from the warehouse, or else someone will keep blathering on with endless excuses.
One moment, Master KAEYA.
What's wrong, Elzer? Are you okay?
My throat is a bit raspy is all. It got better after I began taking medicine, but
Many illnesses are caused by overwork. If you don't get enough rest, medicine alone won't solve the problem. Surely you should have long since handed over the work of the winery to Diluc by now. You can't keep being Diluc's butler. He's becoming a louse.
Wow.
Actually, Take some time off, Elzer. Don't put it off any longer. I'll handle the guild matters. It's important to take care of your health. You have to take it seriously. And, cavalry captain, you would do well to remember that brevity is the soul of wit.
Master
What? I
Diluc,
didn't understand the thing
Master
you just
KAEYA,
said.
thank you.
Enjoy your vacation. Though, before you officially clock out, let me head out the door with you. We can grab a few bottles on the way. There's nothing quite like enjoying a quality wine while feeling the gentle breeze against your face.
Normally I'd accompany you, but unfortunately I still have some pressing matters to take care of. My apologies and regards to both of you.
Really? Oh, that's a shame.
I asked Connor to select a bottle of our best. He'll bring it by shortly.
You asked Connor?
He hasn't seen you in a while. He's just happy to be able to do this for you.
Considerate as ever. Ah, Elzer, I also brought you a gift. Here, this belt buckle's for you.
Such artistry. Thank you very much indeed.
Glad you like it.
Very well,
Elzer is a good guy, and he's very responsible. But with 1,000 different things to worry about each day, that same sense of responsibility wears him down.
Master KAEYA, your wine and an apple cider for traveler? This one's for you.
Oh, very clear. And a full-bodied aroma. That's rather nice.
Isn't it? This one...
No need. Sweet as...
Don't mind if I do. You used to always...
Well, since it wasn't me harvesting the grapes, de-stemming, or crushing them, it's much more fitting that you should take the first taste.
Crushing the grapes improves the aroma and color. If you'd like travel...
It isn't nearly as exciting as he makes it sound. Your back will be in so much pain after picking grapes that you won't be able to stand up straight.
Master KAEYA is right, but seeing the grapes turn into grape juice...
Wait, so Diluc actually helps you with the winemaking?
Oh, goodness no. Master Diluc...
Oh? And just what is Diluc always
Why
so busy
much
with?
beef with Diluc?
Well, you know, come nightfall, he's always out there,
Connor, you're an awful liar. I hate to see
Straight to
you
the
struggle.
point, Kaya.
Oh. So, Master KAEYA, how do you like your drink? I remember you weren't very interested in wine when you were young.
That was because the adults said children weren't allowed even a drop. Don't you remember how much trouble D-Luke got in that time he snuck a drink?
Ah, yes, of course.
But on a serious note, having grown up at a winery, I spent my childhood watching Tunner plant the grape seeds, waiting for them to ripen on the vine, harvesting them together, and waiting for the alcohol to ferment. Even though I couldn't help with making distilled spirits, watching everyone work was fascinating. How could anyone not? So, let us raise a glass to wine itself.
Here, here.
Speaking of wine, Connor, I have a gift for you. It's a decanter set from Sumeru.
I get a present too? Think time really does fly. Now, I have wrinkles.
How is Tunner holding up?
He's still tough, but getting on in years, so a lot of the temporary workers... Master KAEYA, if you...
I definitely owe him a visit. I haven't seen him in some time, and I do have fond memories of the days when he was teaching me to pick grapes.
Okay, now we'll visit someone else. Oh.
Busy day today, Tunner?
Oh, Master KAEYA, you're back. No, I'm not at all busy. They're growing one set.
No need. We were just drinking with Connor, and our stomachs are so
Why do
full
they
of
look
wine
like
that we
they're
couldn't eat a
photoshopped?
bite.
What about your friend? Doesn't he want to try?
Allow me to introduce the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius.
Ah, the honorary...
Harvesting grapes is hard work. Let me help you. Do you still remember how I used to help out when we were short-handed?
I believe I do. What's this? Come with me, young lad. You have nimble hands.
They don't like they just
Master KAEYA wasn't nearly so careful when he was young. He
Now I've got to wait a
mangled
long
so
time
many
just to
his
walk.
first time. What a waste. Fortunately, the young master has a good head on his shoulders. Didn't take long for him to get up to
Impossible
speed.
quest? What do you mean?
And now he's turned into such an outstanding young man. Polite and kind. If I had a son as exceptional as KAEYA, oh, I would be the happiest man in Mondstadt.
Pickle 2 grapes. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
There's a few more rows of grapes up ahead. Let's finish picking them together. Careful not to damage the grapes when you pinch the stem. These grapes look excellent. You're a fast learner. I'll take them. Good job. Master KAEYA left the winery and I don't know him like Miss... And without... I've been working... But I can see that you have a good relationship with Master KAEYA. Please... That he is. Yes. Wonderful.
You're looking very happy, Tunner. Was the traveler telling you some jokes?
Yes, totally. I was telling him Sino jokes.
I've written Master KAEYA.
Of course.
I was telling him some Sino jokes. And never mind.
What's the hurry? I'm surprised Klee still hasn't escaped. I taught her a few tricks just before I left. Kids will always have their moments of... Well, now that all the gifts for the night... Ooh, how about D-Luke should be there tomorrow since he has business to deal with. But then there's nothing What do you think? When should we go?
I don't know.
Great. Then it's settled.
You just
Let's
want
meet the
wine.
day after tomorrow at the front end.
KAEYA. Oh, I thought we had to wait till 2 days. Wow. just pick up anything else the other way. I don't know why. I have the urge to just pick everything up on the way.
You're more punctual than I expected. Let's head inside.
Rude. That's so rude of you.
Master KAEYA?
Long time no see, Elzer.
Yes.
No need to be so formal. I just returned from Sumeru and dropped by to see you all.
What a...
Never mind. The main thing is that you and Adeland are here. Oh, speaking of Adeland, where is she?
She's taking some time off.
Perfect. I brought some gifts for you both. Here, this belt buckle is for you.
My goodness, it's exquisite. Would you like anything to drink? We recently...
Well, what perfect timing. I was just wondering how this year's batch was coming along.
Let me fetch a barrel and have some...
Oh, I won't be needing an entire barrel. A couple of bottles will be more than sufficient.
Wow, he's
Else
literally
Diluc
calling
might say I came here to beg.
Drunk.
Oh, Master Diluc might grumble.
Much obliged. Then I'll have a glass of dandelion wine and a glass of cider lake for him, if you please.
The name is not that literal. It is a drink with virtually no alcoholic content, as Master KAEYA will be aware.
Strictly speaking, that's not entirely true. Cider Lake does have a tiny amount of alcohol in it.
Please, enjoy. Pleased you liked it. Looks like my bar...
How have you been recently? Is the winery's business doing well?
To tell you the truth, we've had our work cut out for us recently.
So, you've had no time off lately?
But with him being out on bit...
At least take half a day to see a doctor and make sure you're okay. If your condition worsens, Diluc will never forgive himself. If you're worried about having someone to handle the winery, why not leave it to me? I'm familiar enough with your responsibilities to cover for you for a while.
Seeing bottles of wine.
Master KAEYA.
All right, all right.
While I'm resting, I shall leave Dawn Winery...
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Rest easy, and go see the doctor. Such great weather today. A calm breeze and delicious wine. This is quite the treat, though it's a pity this batch seems a bit bland. Of course it's fine.
Sorry, I'm a little late to the welcome party, but the reserve collect...
Oh, Adeland, surely you misheard.
I see. Anyway...
We just returned from... and perhaps enjoy...
How could I object?
Oh, Adeland, I also brought some gifts for you all. This...
Oh my...
Of course I remember.
No, you're...
True, I don't get sick as much. But speaking of being looked after...
Oh, are you hungry?
Well, now that you mention it, I do actually feel a bit peckish.
Steak?
Oh, yes.
Fragrant cedarwood grilled.
Yes, just like you always...
My pleasure. Traveler, I'm sorry. Grilling the steak over Since using an I can offer you a satisfying salad, cold cut platter, and anything okay? Right. Master KAEYA really likes stewed vegetables, but of course, he wasn't always such a... At least that's... His temperament has changed quite a lot over the years. But he still has a lot of... KAEYA is much... When he answers your question with a question,
more sneakier.
Stop and think. As for not knowing what he's up to, but don't let him get to you too much. You can take it from me. Do you know why it's called that? Oh, they... Master D... and how... Anyway... I'd originally planned. He and I finished Master Crepit. So you see, KAEYA was his friends have a special... KAEYA's quite a smooth talker these days. But I can tell that his habit of... good.
So I'm skipping.
Drinking fine wine, eating Adeland's steak. Ah, now this is what I call a vacation. Oh? What has Adeline been telling you? So she told the good stories. Well, shucks. Now
So
I'm
he has bad
embarrassed.
stories then?
Food's ready. I hope you're hungry.
Oh, we never imagined there would be such a magnificent
If you keep chatting away...
I'm afraid that just won't do, Adel. After all, I don't live here anymore.
Since it's you, Master... I know that us sharing a meal is a sign of our close relationship.
It's all
Traveler,
KAEYA's fault.
given how petty Master KAEYA can be, it must be hard for him to make friends. Does he have any friends in the night?
See? I do have a way with people.
Hello, everyone. Pardon me, but I'm Guangzhe, a guard with the secure
No wonder Elzer felt so strongly about staying.
The pleasure is all mine.
Why don't we go inside to discuss...
Certainly, Master KAEYA.
Okay, now this one's probably a bit boring. I'm just gonna probably skip all this. Talking about delivering stuff, I think.
And how might I address you, sir?
Just KAEYA is fine. I'm standing in today for
A pleasure to meet you as well. Our collaboration, if it's no trouble.
Master KAEYA.
Master? Wait. Pardon my...
I'm Master Krepus's adopted son, and Master Diluc's brother. However, as a serving captain with the Knights of Favonius, I am rarely at the winery.
My mistake. I apologize for...
You may have misunderstood, Mr. Guangzhe. Though I am Master Diluc's brother, I don't actually live at Dawn Winery. I'm also a guest here today, but please, don't...
Thank you for your...
In addition to the Adelant...
I'm sorry, I can't... This... It's so
Thank
boring.
you again for your most...
Please, it was a...
The guest has left, Master KAEYA. It's no skin. All I really want... I have never considered you an outsider.
I understand, Adelant.
Tell another one.
Now this...
Hello, everyone.
Now that was fast. How are you feeling?
The doctor said there was nothing to worry about. I just need some rest. But on the way back, I met someone who was looking for Master KAEYA.
Clee!
KAEYA! Shh! Klee's here to rescue you! Come on! Mr. Honorary Knight! Are you grounded with KAEYA too?
Grounded? Yes, Albedo was saying something about that. Sumeru was fun, but it can't compare with Mondstadt. So here we are.
You two must have done something to make Jean mad, but that's okay.
I think Clee misunderstands.
KAEYA has rescued Klee loads of times before, so when Albedo told me you came back, I went and said sorry to Jean. KAEYA, you're free now! We can go play together again!
Oh, if my memory serves me correctly,
This is a fully qualified Knight of Favonius. Klee.
Hello, Miss.
Awesome.
I'm Klee. We're sorry. Please don't ground KAEYA.
She's so dumb.
What?
I really need to take KAEYA and Mr. Honorary Knight.
I see.
See, Adeland, you don't need to worry about me. I have lots of people to care for me now.
Okay, I think that's... Oh. Ignore my status, it doesn't say wait, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they... Okay, that's literally all. I have one, I need to waste it. I don't know if I should say we should pull. Should I pull? Or save? I need to heal myself anyway. Nope. I didn't even get a 4-star character. Wow, that's so rude. Wow, this game's so mean. I didn't get anything. Wow, so rude. Okay, well that's that done, and I'm probably gonna have to go, so I'm gonna end here. Well, that was all for 3.8. The next stream for Genshin will be when 4.0 comes out, Fontaine. Which is, yeah, I don't know when. August? Okay, well, I'm gonna end, so